So you both went to Princeton
Yes.
Indeed.
University. Now, does that do people get on your case about that at all? Like, you guys went to Princeton,
Occasionally.
kind of like a Harvard thing, like.
Occasionally, yeah.
I just asked them to move on.
yeah. It's like, all
Like,
right,
you'll be all right.
we're good.
Like, you asked, but this is not important to us at all.
Yeah.
Right. You're like, I learned what I needed to do. Don't associate my name with that
Yeah.
thing.
Like, we're both still broke musicians in Philly. We're not any different.
It didn't do anything.
Like, they did not help us with anything as far as what we're doing right now as a university. No, the people and the faculty, great, amazing. But, like,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
They're not. I think in my experience was the university tried. They tried to help us, but they were not. They just didn't know what to do with people who actually wanted to graduate and go into music, and not just like, oh, I'm going to go into the music industry and make a shit ton of money. They were not prepared for. And there were others besides us too in our class specifically that were trying to like make art and make like cool music that wasn't necessarily like trying to be in the industry and like. Or
I would say
whatever.
the point of the university was not to teach you anything practical because they didn't have a business major. They didn't have like a finance major.
Which is okay. Which is
No,
okay.
they
if you're
had,
gonna-
like-
which is okay if you're going to law school, if you're going to med school,
Right.
if you're.
It was
going
all
into
just
finance,
intellectual.
and, yeah.
That was it. Like, so like if you wanted to learn about practical aspects of any business or like any field you're going into, that would rely on like you getting an internship somewhere or joining some club
Yeah.
or doing something outside of your classes. It's not going to happen in your classes.
And in fact, I tried to get an internship, and I couldn't get it. I couldn't get an internship
Because-
in LA because they specifically, that internship was like, we can only take you on if you're going to get college credit for it. And Princeton was like, no, like that's not how we do our internships. Like they should just be happy to have you. Now it's like, you realize that no one in like arts and entertainment actually looks at this Ivy League education and actually values it as much as you guys are valuing yourselves.
Such a good way to put it.
like,
Yeah.
That's a great way to put it.
Yeah. So
My question is this: what was the if you don't mind divulging, what was the internship in LA?
oh well, I ended up getting it. I had to enroll at a community college. It
know
was
that,
that specific one was at Warner Chapel. I was doing licensing, and it was the most soul crushing thing in the world. Everyone was so nice, but it was so. I showed up at 9. I had a giant stack of papers. They're like, enter this into the computer system, and by the time I was done, it was 6 p.m. and I went home, and that's all I did for 2 months, and it hurt.
A friend of mine does that in Nashville, a new friend of mine, and she said that like people just yell at her on the phone all the time for copyright stuff.
yeah.
Just like all day, like famous like country artist managers, and it's bananas.
Yeah.
I can't imagine. Did you get a lot of phone calls like that?
Well, no, not me. I was an intern, right?
But still.
My boss, the people that I was working for, like, yeah, they had to deal with that, and they're dealing with Beyonce's people, and they're dealing with like these people who are giant egomaniacs.
But they were super nice at the office.
The people that worked at the office were incredibly nice.
Have you seen that episode of
Incredibly
South
nice.
Park where they like introduce you to the Mormons
Mark
on
has.
South Park? You know, and like they're all, I mean, even like Book of Mormon, they're all wearing white and they're just like, hello. That's what I imagine this office being like. Like,
It's not. No.
they're
These
dealing with
people
the
were
worst
nice, and
crap
they were
ever,
also-
but they're just like.
They were also like super cool people and everything, and my boss, David Costa was his name. He was just like the chillest guy ever, but it was rough because some of this actual work was pretty soul crushing.
The whole music industry is run by like 6 Mormons in a back office in LA. Is what I'm thinking.
There you have it. The interview's
Yeah,
over,
yeah.
and that's good.